Welcome to Divine Insights. Throughout history, numerous figures have sought to understand the divine, but few have had as profound an experience as Moses. Known for his encounters with God, Moses' life reveals deep spiritual secrets and insights. This story explores the 10 hidden truths about Moses and what happens when one truly encounters the divine presence. Moses' first secret begins with the burning bush on Mount Horeb. As he tended to his father-in-law's flock, Moses saw a bush engulfed in flames, yet it was not consumed. This miraculous sight was not merely a spectacular event, it was an invitation from God. When Moses approached the bush, God spoke to him, revealing his name, I am who I am, and commissioning him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. This encounter underscores that divine revelations often come in the most unexpected forms and require a willingness to approach the sacred. One of the profound secrets revealed through Moses' life is the necessity of the divine veil. When Moses asked to see God's glory, God told him, "You cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live." Instead, God placed Moses in the cleft of a rock and covered him with his hand until he passed by. This moment highlights that God's full glory is too overwhelming for human perception, and a protective veil is essential for our survival. On Mount Sinai, Moses received the 10 Commandments, a pivotal moment that represents divine law and covenant. These commandments were not just moral guidelines, but a profound connection between God and his people. Moses' role as a mediator was crucial in communicating God's laws, which remain fundamental to Judeo-Christian ethics. The process of receiving these commandments involved a dramatic encounter with God, underscoring the seriousness of divine law. After spending 40 days and nights on Mount Sinai, Moses descended with a face radiant from his encounter with God. The radiance was so intense that he had to cover his face with a veil when speaking to the Israelites. This phenomenon reveals that direct encounters with the divine can profoundly transform individuals, leaving visible marks of divine presence. Moses' leadership during the Exodus is a testament to God's miraculous power. The plagues of Egypt, the parting of the Red Sea, and the provision of manna were not just signs of divine intervention, but confirmations of Moses' unique relationship with God. Each miracle served to demonstrate God's power and Moses' role as his chosen leader. Moses received detailed instructions for the construction of the tabernacle, a portable sanctuary for God's presence. This divine blueprint emphasized that God desired to dwell among his people. The tabernacle's design, including the Holy of Holies, was a reflection of heavenly patterns, illustrating that the divine presence could be accessed through obedience and worship. The staff that Moses carried was more than a simple tool. It was a symbol of divine authority. Used to perform miracles like turning into a serpent and striking the Nile to produce blood, the staff represented God's power working through Moses. It underscores that divine authority is often manifested through physical symbols and actions. In the desert, when the Israelites complained about their lack of water, Moses struck a rock and water gushed out. This miracle was a testament to God's provision and Moses' obedience. However, it also highlighted a crucial lesson. Faith and obedience are required to access divine provisions, even in times of scarcity. Moses' death remains shrouded in mystery. According to Deuteronomy 34, he died in the land of Moab, but God himself buried him in an undisclosed location. This secretive burial emphasizes that Moses' life and relationship with God was so unique that his final resting place was kept hidden from the people. It signifies that some divine mysteries are beyond human understanding. Moses' life and experiences left an indelible mark on both religious and secular histories. His encounters with God and the laws he imparted continue to influence millions. His story reveals that a true encounter with the divine leaves a lasting legacy, shaping the course of history and spiritual understanding for generations. One of the profound aspects of Moses' relationship with God was his role as an intercessor. When the Israelites sinned by worshipping the golden calf, God's anger was kindled, and he threatened to destroy them. Moses pleaded with God to spare the people, reminding him of the covenant and the promises made to their forefathers. This act of intercession not only saved the Israelites, but also highlighted Moses' unique role as a mediator between God and his people. This illustrates the power of prayer and advocacy in influencing divine decisions. Before his death, Moses was granted a vision of the promised land from Mount Nebo. Although he was not permitted to enter it himself, the vision was a testament to God's promises and the fulfillment of his plans for the Israelites. This moment underscores that sometimes the divine plan involves us seeing the fruits of our labor without necessarily experiencing them firsthand. It reflects the nature of faith and the belief in a greater divine plan beyond our immediate understanding. The Ten Commandments were inscribed by the finger of God on stone tablets. This divine handwriting was not only a form of communication, but also an affirmation of divine authority. The physical act of God writing these laws with his own hand emphasizes the importance and permanence of these commandments. It also serves as a reminder that divine laws are not man-made, but are established by the highest authority. Moses' leadership was not without its challenges. Leading a large group of people through the wilderness involved dealing with complaints, rebellions, and the constant struggle to maintain faith and order. These trials taught Moses valuable lessons about patience, humility, and reliance on God. His ability to navigate these challenges provides timeless lessons on leadership and faithfulness under pressure. Before encountering God on Mount Sinai, Moses and the Israelites had to undergo rituals of purification. These rituals involved cleansing themselves and their surroundings to be in a proper state to meet the divine. This emphasizes the importance of spiritual and physical preparation when approaching the sacred. It reflects the idea that encountering the divine requires a state of purity and reverence. Throughout his journey, Moses learned various names and attributes of God, such as Yahweh, El Shaddai, and Jehovah Jireh. Each name revealed different aspects of God's nature and character. Understanding these names provided Moses and the Israelites with a deeper insight into who God is and how he interacts with his creation. It highlights that the names of God are not just labels, but revelations of his nature and attributes. Moses' role in establishing the covenant at Sinai was a precursor to the concept of grace that would later be fully revealed in Jesus Christ. The covenant was based on adherence to the law, but it also pointed towards the need for redemption and grace. This foreshadowing of future divine plans illustrates that God's dealings with humanity often include layers of meaning and purpose that unfold over time. Moses' final song, recorded in Deuteronomy 32, is a prophetic declaration of Israel's future and God's faithfulness. The song recounted the history of Israel and predicted future events, serving as both a warning and encouragement. It highlights the role of prophecy in understanding divine intentions and the importance of remembering God's past actions as a basis for faith. Moses' influence extended beyond his lifetime, impacting subsequent generations and religious traditions. His laws, teachings, and experiences shaped not only the history of Israel, but also the broader spiritual heritage of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. His legacy underscores the idea that profound spiritual experiences can have a lasting impact on history and culture. Moses' experiences with God were foundational, but the ultimate revelation of God's nature was fully realized in the person of Jesus Christ. The New Testament reveals that Jesus is the fulfillment of the law and the embodiment of divine grace. This perspective provides a deeper understanding of Moses' encounters with God, framing them within the broader context of Christ's redemptive work. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Moses. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more divine insights. Share your thoughts in the comments below and tell us what you find most intriguing about Moses' encounters with God.